So the first poem is called Red Lights at Amsterdam. We know that in Amsterdam, Amsterdam has the largest red light area. And when you go there, they go for they take you for a tour of the red light area. And this poem is based on that. I enter a lane where the tour guide tells me the church to my left, Gothic, dark, somber, is 600 years old. The profession to my right, featuring windows with red lights, is 800. The city awakens at night, serving up the body adorned as a temple of Venus to all those who throng. I am confused. It does not seem wrong. The worshippers, thirsting, offer carnal flowers to the goddesses, dazzling in heavy August satin. I have now seen beauty forbidden in this molten world of shimmering faces and neon eyeshadows lined behind glass windows. I look at the lips that smile and greet and call. I feel inadequate and small.
This is really lovely. I've read a lot of her poems, and I like the way she uses her travel and her experience on the go to write the verses. It's beautiful, Jagari. Next one is?
Thank you so much. The next one is called A Sunday Evening in Mumbai, 2006. You and I were too poor, yet we took shelter against the rain at the Taj Hotel. You, the ever adventurous, sang Macarena in the hall in conspiracy with an indulgent pianist. The charmed evening led us to the sea lounge, where we sat by the windows watching waves crash into rocks. The kind young waitress laughed with us. We were a broke couple who could afford only 2 syrupy rose mocktails. The sea thrashed about under heavy raindrops like a woman under her lover's caresses. That Sunday, 13 years ago, we were young and in love. It was raining and the lamps vaporized into plain gold. My parents scolded me for coming home late. Since then, I have waited for 13 years now. I have not listened to Macarena again.
Oh, this is so nice. That makes me wish to have a love story, which is like I'm such a... It's difficult to explain.
You want to wait for 13 years?
No, I've waited like forever. So it's like I've got too comfortable with myself. So, but yeah, when I read the love poems, anyways, you do feel the longing. It was beautiful. Really
Thank
lovely.
you so much.
I'll get a poem?
No, I'll read. We've been talking about feminism, and I've been influenced by French feminists, especially Hélène Cixous. And French feminists, they have this idea that men and women, they approach sexuality differently. And that women should not be ashamed of their sexuality, and they should inscribe their body onto the text. So this poem is dedicated to Hélène Cixous, and it is called to my comrade of radical feminism. I write my body on your text, on my text, the Medusa laughs. The Medusa laughs at men turned to stone. My body, your pleasure zone, my pleasure zone. Every inch of skin, every living pore, and the moist in between that you live sore, makes them call me a shameless whore. Now, my comrades, no stopping the tide, no passion denied. With my white ink, my bosom store, I will make my mark, my light, my dark on paper pour. Call it l'écriture féminine, Call it a woman's design. Call it poetry written by a shameless whore. I operate from Medusa's lair. I need my fair share. I want more, 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 more.
You will
Thank
get
you.
more. Good indeed. That's good. I like the usage of the Greek mythology. You know, poetry is so diverse. I think it depends on the poet's intellect, or how much he or she has seen the world to use it, and that's the freshness of it, right? Like when I read your love poem, I came across a few love poems that was like an onion as a love, you know, and then a plum as a love, and I was so moved. Like, you can't imagine onion and plum to be love, right? But it is how it is, and that's the beauty of poetry. Now you need to experiment and really work with it. Thank you so much. It is fabulous.
Yeah, here I use Greek mythology because Helen Sizu has an essay called "The Laugh of the Medusa,"
All right.
where she talks
I
about
know that.
feminism.
Yeah, it's a very interesting concept, though. Thank you
Thank
so